The Chicago Bears are NFC North champions, and they didn't even have to play to clinch it. Their longtime rivals, the Green Bay Packers, lost 41-24 against the Baltimore Ravens on Saturday evening, handing Chicago the division title. Green Bay is still playoff bound as the 7th seed, but they'll be hitting the road as a wildcard team. Now the Bears have their sights set on something bigger. The number 1 seed in the NFC is still within reach, but the path just got significantly tighter after Sunday's results. The Seattle Seahawks beat the Carolina Panthers to improve to 13-3, and while Seattle didn't clinch the top seed with that victory, they're in the driver's seat. Chicago currently sits at 11-4, one game back of the Seahawks. The Bears will remain behind Seattle in the NFC standings, regardless of what happens on Sunday Night Football against the San Francisco 49ers. But here's the thing, they'll need to win out and have the Seahawks lose to the Niners next week to have any shot at that number 1 seed. The tiebreaker scenarios get complicated quickly. Chicago and Seattle didn't face each other this season, and they have identical conference records. If the Bears win out and the Seahawks lose one of their final 2 games, Chicago would claim the conference record advantage. Even if the Rams won out and tied with the Bears, Chicago would hold the conference record tiebreaker over Los Angeles as well, securing that top seed. The Bears are guaranteed no worse than the 3rd seed at this point. If they win on Sunday Night Football, or if the Philadelphia Eagles lose to the Buffalo Bills, Chicago is locked in to at least the number 2 seed. They beat the Eagles back in Week 13, securing the crucial head-to-head tiebreaker. That head-to-head advantage over Philadelphia cannot be overstated. It gives Chicago breathing room in the playoff race, knowing they control their destiny against one of their main competitors. The Eagles are currently sitting at 10-5, holding the 3rd spot, but very much in the mix for seeding improvements. Tonight's matchup against San Francisco is absolutely crucial. The Bears are 3.5-point underdogs, traveling to face a Niners team that's 11-4 and fighting for their own playoff positioning. San Francisco has already clinched a playoff spot, but they're battling with the Rams for division seeding in the ultra-competitive NFC West. This is where championship mentalities are forged. The Bears have the division title secured, but they're not satisfied. They want home field advantage throughout the playoffs. They want that first-round bye. They want every possible edge they can get for a potential Super Bowl run. The Packers' loss to Baltimore was thorough and convincing. Green Bay got dominated on both sides of the ball, and any hopes they had of catching Chicago in the division evaporated. Now they face the reality of playing on the road against the number 2 seed, whoever that ends up being. That could be the Bears themselves if Chicago wins tonight and Philadelphia loses. Seattle's win over Carolina keeps them in prime position, but they still have work to do. They face tough competition in their final games, and if they slip up even once, the entire NFC playoff picture could shift dramatically. The Seahawks know the Bears are breathing down their necks. The NFC playoff race is setting up for an incredible final 2 weeks. Multiple teams still have legitimate shots at the top seeds. Division races remain unsettled. Wildcard positioning is up for grabs. Every single game matters, and every result creates ripple effects throughout the conference. Chicago's championship window is wide open right now. They have the talent, they have the momentum, and they have the division locked up. Now it's about maximizing their seeding advantage and positioning themselves for the deepest possible playoff run. For comprehensive playoff coverage, live updates, and expert analysis of every scenario, subscribe to USA Today News. Stay connected with us for everything you need to know as the postseason picture comes into focus.